Hi everyone. Okay.
Hello.
Hope all are doing good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Rachel.
So what we are learning today,
Yes,
we
yes.
are
Hello.
starting with prompt engineering concepts. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Okay.
Clear.
Okay. So how are you feeling seeing the screen? Very interesting, delicious, correct?
Tempting.
Yeah. Seems like
टेम्पटिंग
tasty.
टेस्टी कहाँ प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग सीखने आ गए और पिज्जा खिला रहे हैं ठीक है सो द इंटेंशन बिहाइंड डूइंग दिस इज to make the concepts bit more easier to understand. I've come up with this pizza analogy. Okay, so we'll be learning prompt engineering with a pizza analogy. Okay, so what exactly is happening here? Okay, से फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप चार लोग पिज़्ज़ा शॉप में चले गए आपको पता चला कि आपके शहर में टाउन में देयर इज अ न्यू पिज़्ज़ा शॉप व्हिच हैज कम अप राइट यू वांट टू एक्सप्लोर द शॉप एंड यू वांट टू टेस्ट द पिज़्ज़ा दैट इज बीइंग सर्व देयर ओके तो आप चले गए एक्साइटमेंट में एंड यू कॉल द वेटर एंड यू टोल्ड दैट भैया 4 पिज़्ज़ा देना ठीक है द वेटर टुक योर ऑर्डर एंड ही वेंट टू द किचन एंड शेफ को बोलता है कि कस्टमर ने 4 पिज्जा ऑर्डर किया है ठीक है शेफ हैज टेकन द ऑर्डर एंड ही सीज दैट 4 पिज्जा देने के लिए बोला है लेकिन कौन सा पिज्जा व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पिज्जा व्हाट इज द टॉपिंग उसको कुछ नहीं पता है उसमें ऑर्डर में कुछ नहीं लिखा है और कुछ भी देन व्हाट ही विल डू ही विल स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग द पिज्जा ऑफ हिज चॉइस ओके बेस बनाता है whatever toppings are available he will add all those toppings of his choice and he will bake the pizza okay you are waiting at the table expecting that you will be getting a pizza of your choice your favorite pizza that is going to come okay waiter order leke aata hai what you see is this okay this is what you get obviously frustrated हो जाओगे you will not be happy सारा मूड खराब ठीक है so we wanted to eat something some good pizza but what we got is this okay so you will be thinking that हम 4 लोगों में से 2 लोग तो नॉनवेज खाते हैं मतलब वो चिकन पिज्जा लेके आता है 2 लोग खाते हैं लेकिन 2 लोग प्योर वेजिटेरियन है ठीक है वो लोग चिकन नहीं खाते हैं तो तुम फिर से वेटर को बुलाते हो आप बोलते हो कि 2 चिकन पिज्जा ठीक है 2 जो वेज चिकन पिज्जा उसको रिटर्न करो और वेजिटेरियन वेज पिज्जा लेके आओ ठीक है द वेटर विल टेक दोस 2 पिज्जा फिर से जाके शेफ को बोलता है कि कस्टमर ने नॉनवेज पिज्जा कैंसिल किया है ये दे वांट वेज पिज्जा देन अगेन द शेफ विल बी वंडरिंग वेज पिज्जा कैसे उसमें चीज डालूं नहीं डालूं कुछ भी नहीं पता है देन व्हाट ही विल डू ही विल स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग ऑफ हिज चॉइस ही विल प्रिपेयर द बेस and he will add only the veg toppings okay he will add veg toppings and he will prepare the bake the pizza you are waiting at the table with 2 non-veg pizza in front of you but you cannot eat it because your other 2 friends are also waiting for their pizza साथ में गए तो साथ में खाएंगे ना तो you will not eat your pizza you will keep waiting for the order to come ठीक है then the waiter gets your second set of pizzas okay उसमें दोनों वेज पिज्जा हैं लेकिन एक बंदा उसमें बोलता है एक फ्रेंड बोलता है कि मुझे कैप्सिकम से एलर्जी है इस पिज्जा में तो सारा कैप्सिकम भरा है आई एम एलर्जिक टू कैप्सिकम आई कांट ईट कैप्सिकम देन आई कांट ईट दिस पिज्जा फिर से वेटर को बुलाते हो ठीक है वेटर को बुला के बोलते हो कि मेरे दोस्त को कैप्सिकम से एलर्जी है एक पिज्जा तुम वापस चेंज करो वो फिर से लेके जाता है पिज्जा ओके फिर से शेफ को बोलता है कि कस्टमर को कैप्सिकम से एलर्जी है यू प्रिपेयर अ पिज्जा विदाउट कैप्सिकम वेज होना चाहिए विदाउट कैप्सिकम देन द शेफ अगेन स्टार्ट्स बेकिंग द पिज्जा ओके इस बार वो वेज टॉपिंग में कैप्सिकम नहीं डालता है ठीक है विदाउट कैप्सिकम पिज्जा बेक करके लाता है waiter will get your pizza. While the pizza is getting, you are still waiting for the last pizza to come. You will not have the 3 pizzas that are already served to you. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? एक्सपीरियंस स्पॉइल हो रहा है, टाइम ज्यादा जा रहा है. ठीक है, योर लास्ट पिज्जा विल कम. ओके, you got your pizzas, you will have all your pizzas, okay, with little bit of bad experience. That a bad experience is caused because you have not given the instructions properly. समझ में आ रहा है? जब ऑर्डर प्लेस किया था तो you didn't clarify what is that you want. दिमाग में कुछ और पिज्जा का ख्याल चल रहा था, लेकिन ऑर्डर कुछ और कर दिया. ठीक है, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट यू क्वाइटली हैड ऑल द पिज्जास. जब वेटर बिल लेके आता है तो बिल आता है 7 पिज्जा का. खाए तो 4 ही है ना, बाकी के 3 पे करना पड़ेगा. क्यों? जब वेटर से पूछते हो why I have to pay for 7, I have consumed only 4 pizzas, बिल तो 4 का आना चाहिए, लेकिन 7 का आया है. क्वेश्चन करोगे ना? तो व्हाट वेटर रेस्पॉन्स? आपने 4 पिज्जा बोला था फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस में, हमने बेक करके लाके दिया आपको, प्रोसेसिंग तो हुआ, हमारी तरफ से इंग्रेडिएंट्स तो गए, हमने प्रोसेस किया आपका ऑर्डर, आपको लाके दिया. यू डिडंट लाइक द आउटपुट, तो इट्स योर फॉल्ट. ठीक है, सेकेंड टाइम भी वैसे ही हुआ, हमने प्रोसेस किया था ना, आपका ऑर्डर प्रोसेस किया था, आपको नहीं पसंद आया, देन दैट इज अगेन योर फॉल्ट. दैट्स व्हाई यू हैव टू पे फॉर ऑल 7 पिज्जास. यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? एक्सपीरियंस खराब हुआ, मूड खराब हुआ, टाइम खराब हुआ, एंड मनी भी गया. You have ended up paying more. Correct? So what is that we are learning here? How we are relating this to? What is that we are learning here? अगर first order place करते वक्त, the first time you are placing order, if you are very clear on what kind of pizza you wanted, you want thin crust pizza, you want extra cheese, you want the toppings, this kind of toppings, this kind of veggies to be added. अगर क्लियरली वेटर को बताया होता फर्स्ट टाइम में ही, तो ही वुड हैव बेक्ड द करेक्ट एंड एग्जैक्ट पिज्जा दैट यू वांटेड, राइट? जब वो पिज्जा टेबल पे आता, देन यू ऑल वुड हैव बीन हैप्पी, राइट? ठीक है, एक्सपीरियंस भी अच्छा, टाइम भी नहीं गया, एंड यू गॉट व्हाट यू वांटेड, एंड यू विल बी पेइंग फॉर ओनली दिस वन. So what is the analogy I'm trying to bring in here? What is prompt engineering got to do with the pizza order?
Clear instructions नहीं दी.
Correct. This is what it has to do. Okay. What is prompt engineering? I'll hide all of you just to get the screen visible. Okay. So what is prompt engineering here? Prompt engineering is skill of crafting the inputs, instructions, which you are giving to the AI models to generate accurate and relevant and useful outputs. What is the analogy we have seen? Just like how you are ordering the pizza, if you have placed the perfect order, then with a clear communication, with a clear instruction, you would have got the perfect pizza. Correct? So that is what is prompt engineering. It's a skill of giving the proper inputs to the AI model so that it generates accurate and relevant and useful outputs for you. The outputs that you want, the pizza that you want. Got it? Okay, now moving ahead. This is what is prompt engineering by definition, what it means. Okay. Now moving ahead, why is it important? Okay. Why is prompt engineering important? why you felt that placing the right order in first place was important?
Save the time and energy.
Yes. And
To get the exact output what we
exact.
want.
Yeah, correct. So the good prompt that you are giving will give you good results. Likewise, like the same, like perfect order placed at the first attempt would give you the perfect pizza. A vague order would give you a pizza which you don't like, which the toppings which you don't like, which you are allergic to. Correct? So, a good prompt gives you a good result. A confusing prompt will give you confusing answers. Okay? That is what you are wasting your time, you are wasting your efforts, and you are wasting your money as well. Okay? So if you give a proper and correct prompt, you will get the correct response that you want the AI model or large language model to give, right? So there you are saving your time, you are saving your efforts in extracting the correct information, and also you are saving on money in the sense we are talking in terms of tokens, right? So every version or every LLM model will be built on number of tokens that you consume, right? So how many like vague instructions you give, those many tokens will be consumed. Okay. So that is so prompt engineering is important. So how it all started? Prompt engineering was never a field, right? Earlier, did you ever hear like हमने तो नहीं सुना था कि कोई ऐसी फील्ड है जहां पे जिसका नाम prompt engineering है. It came recently. How it all started? Actually, giving instructions to the computer was there in past as well, right? We were doing programs. Programs are what? Set of instructions, correct? Set of instructions you are giving to the computer to carry out certain tasks, right? You give input and you are getting output. The computer is following the instructions and giving you output. That was there already. But in 2020, when OpenAI released ChatGPT 3 model, while training this model was trained on massive amount of data sets. And the parameters you see, the count, it was 75 billion parameters on which it was trained, the data and the parameters on which it was trained. That's very huge, right? When researchers were working on this model, they realized that the instructions that were given to the model in a specific way, if the instructions were given to the model in a specific way, a specific format, the model was able to perform a complex task without any additional training. They realized that. They found while क्योंकि जो भी मॉडल रिलीज होता है उसके पहले उसका प्रॉपर टेस्टिंग होता है. I told you in the last sessions that every model when released to the public, it has already gone through multiple level of iterations, multiple level of testings, correct? Exams होता है उसका. After it passes the exams, it will be released to the public, right? बोला था ना मैंने last sessions में. So that is what, while doing the examination of the model, while conducting the examination of the model, the researchers, the examiners found that अगर मैं specific format में instructions देता हूँ model को, ChatGPT 3 model को, then it was able to perform the task even more better way. ये जानने मिला उनको researchers को. Okay, so then what they did, they started giving the model with examples which using which it was able to do similar task seamlessly. Complex task जो हैं उसका अगर examples model को देने लगे तो it was able to carry out all those tasks क्योंकि ये smarter था, large language model smart था ना, it was able to understand. हमने last session में we learned right transformers. In the last sessions, we learned about transformers, correct? Transformers are what? Special neural networks, which uses a technique called self-attention, correct? It all self-attention is what? Deriving meaning for the words in relation to other words in the sentence. That is what self-attention we learned in the last session, correct? So whenever the proper instructions was given to the model, it was able to do similar tasks, complex tasks seamlessly. Seamlessly in the sense, the researchers found that they didn't had to feed large amount of data set to the model, right? Different data set feed करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी उनको. So it was able to learn on its own based on the examples, based on the specific instructions that researchers were feeding. Okay, they came to know how to deal with the model, how to talk to the model to get proper and accurate information out of the model. During all this was happening during examination. Okay, so with this they came to know that how it led to prompt engineering as a skill is this one. So whenever you are talking to the large language model, you should follow some techniques, some metrics, some concepts while forming your instruction. That is the input. While giving the input to the model, ChatGPT, Gemini, okay, Grok, all these models are large language models. No? They are able to understand the language. They are able to understand what you are trying to ask. So if you ask them in a specific way, with a specific concepts or techniques, if you ask, then they will be able to give you exact information that you are willing to get from them, right? So that is how it started. Okay. Researchers' accidental discovery led to a very high demand skill now in the market, which is prompt engineering. Prompt engineers are it's a highly demanded skill in the market right now. Okay, moving on. Okay, so what are those metrics? Now we say you have to build your prompt in a specific way, a specific manner and concepts using techniques, right? So let's learn about those techniques and what concepts I need to learn to make my prompt better and better. Okay, so what are the metrics involved while forming the prompt? Metrics are clarity, specificity, context, and length. So let's learn all these four using the same analogy. Okay, clarity. What is clarity? How easy is your request to understand? जब ऑर्डर प्लेस करते हो, कोई पिज्जा दो, अगर ऐसे बोलोगे, कोई भी पिज्जा लेके आएगा ना, कुछ भी लेके आएगा, right? If you say एक पनीर पिज्जा देना भैया, तो this is more clear, right? So he will get you paneer pizza. Okay, so a proper prompt, proper instruction will ensure that AI doesn't misinterpret your query. When you give a proper instruction, proper order, the chef will not assume things. Okay, he will follow the exact instructions that you are giving. इसको ऐसे समझते हैं. When you place a instruction, when you place a order, that is the instruction that you are inputting to the model. Correct? That is you are giving to the waiter. This is your input layer. Say for example, waiter is your input layer where you are feeding your order, instruction. Okay. This input layer will take the instructions to the kitchen. Kitchen is your hidden layer. Okay. Kitchen is your hidden layer where chef, those are the transformers, will act on your order. Okay, they see the instructions and they'll try to relate each word and how this each word is related to the other word in the instruction. That is what is the task of hidden layer. We learned in the last session, right? Hidden layers will work using transformer neural networks, which applies a technique called self-attention. Self-attention, what it does, each word in your instruction will be learnt with respect to the other word in the sentence to get the complete context of it. The chef, who is a transformer, in the hidden layer, what he will do, He will learn each word. पनीर, okay, पिज्जा, तो पिज्जा पे पनीर डालना है, दूसरा और कुछ नहीं डालना है, ठीक है? Then he will process the hidden layers. पहले बेस बनाता है, फर्स्ट हिडन लेयर will prepare your base, then he'll pass on to the next hidden layer wherein your toppings are added. उस toppings में he will add only पनीर, क्योंकि इंस्ट्रक्शन पनीर का मिला है. Then he'll add only पनीर. Then he will go for baking the pizza. Okay, so इससे क्या होता है? You get the exact pizza that you want output from the output. Output is your pizza. You are understanding? Waiter is your input layer. The kitchen where the chef is preparing your pizza is a hidden layer, and the output is your pizza. अभी clearly समझ में आया? The layers, right? So that is what is clarity talks about. Clarity talks about how easy is your request to understand. Okay, now it is understood. एक पनीर पिज्जा देना भैया, तो पनीर पिज्जा का ऑर्डर मिला है. ओके, ऐसे नहीं बोलना है कि कोई भी पिज्जा दो, तो कुछ भी मिलेगा which we don't want. ठीक है, that is clarity. Okay, moving on. What is specificity in the prompts? Specificity means you are giving little more clarity or little more input, specific instructions, right? पनीर पिज्जा, एक पनीर पिज्जा वाज गुड इनफ, बट एक पनीर पिज्जा बोलोगे तो बेस पे सिर्फ पनीर डाल के लाके देगा. करेक्ट? So you should be more specific, right? You should say paneer pizza, extra cheese, thin crust with less oil. ये सारे एक्स्ट्रा इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं, तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? परफेक्ट पिज्जा. हाँ, so what specific prompts will do? It will remove guesswork and it will make the chef to prepare the exact pizza with the exact toppings. और exact thin crust चाहिए या thin crust, okay, extra cheese चाहिए तो extra cheese डाल के देगा, and less oil, so less oil or butter add करके देगा. How it is able to do that? Because you are giving the instructions, so it is able to relate each word to the next word, and it will derive at the proper output. Hidden layer will work like that. Correct? Specificity in the prompt means you are providing enough details to the AI model to reduce any guessworks. Okay, that is what is specificity in the prompt. What is context in the prompt? Context is something background information. देखो, background information क्या करता है? Say for example, अगर आप ऐसे बोलते हैं मेरे 2 दोस्त वेजिटेरियन हैं और उनमें से एक कैप्सिकम से एलर्जी है, अगर ये बात आप पहले ही बता देते, this thing, these instructions, this context, if you had said this context before placing the order, you would have got the exact thing, right, at the first instance. So this is what is your context. Context will help AI understand the bigger picture and tailor the response accordingly. समझ में आया? 4 पिज्जा देना, उसमें से 2 पिज्जा मेरे 2 दोस्त वेजिटेरियन हैं और उनमें से भी एक कैप्सिकम नहीं खाता है. तो exactly you are giving context to the prompt that this is how it should be. So we are setting the context. So accordingly, the input layer will take the instructions and goes to the hidden layers. That is the where chef is preparing your order, and he will give these instructions. So the chef also will know, okay, 4 पिज्जा में से 2 वेज पिज्जा बनाना है, उसमें से 2 वेज पिज्जा में से एक में कैप्सिकम नहीं डालना है. He will understand. He will process the same order, same pizza, and he will give you the output which you wanted. Okay, that is context in the prompts. Moving on, what is length of a prompt? Okay, we learned clarity, specificity, context, and length. Length is what? The prompt should not be too short or nor it should be too long. Okay, prompt in the sense instruction. When you place order, it should not be too short. Like एक पिज्जा सारा डिटेल्स लैक करता है, उतना शॉर्ट भी नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be balanced and it should not be too long. कि मेरे फ्रेंड्स वेजिटेरियन हैं, उनका वेजिटेरियन होने का रीज़न ये है, और एक फ्रेंड ने कैप्सिकम बचपन में खाया था तो उसको ये ऐसे एलर्जी हुआ था, तब से वो कैप्सिकम नहीं खाता है. ये सारा स्टोरी बताने की जरूरत नहीं है ना वेटर को. सो योर प्रॉम्प्ट, योर इंस्ट्रक्शन should be balanced prompt with the right number of words. It should be concise, specific, and relevant. with the ideal length. Okay, so you need to take care of length also. क्योंकि क्या होता है, when you give too many instructions to the hidden layer, they will lose the context. ये कोई hidden layer में जो work करता है, chef and what we are relating him to, he is not a human in the AI model. It's all the algorithms or the neural networks, artificial neural networks which are working. So they won't understand the context properly if you give too many words to them. Okay, so you should learn how to give the prompt with the exact number of words and sentences. Okay, that is the length of the prompt that you need to maintain. Okay, so what's the summary? Summary is using these metrics, that is clarity, specificity, context and length, you will get your exact pizza. Okay, output. So using these metrics correctly is like becoming the smartest customer in the pizza shop who will always get the exactly what he wanted. Okay, by applying these metrics. Clear? Now you are feeling all these concepts of they are giving clarity to you, right?
Yes.
Okay. जब भी पिज्जा ऑर्डर करो prompt engineering apply करना, ठीक है? Okay.
Okay.
Next, moving on. So this is what, like, I've just put it in a tabular format what clarity means with the waiter example and what exactly it means in the prompt engineering field. Like clarity means it should be, the prompt should be having simple unambiguous prompt or instructions. Like the sentence should be clear. एक पनीर पिज्जा देना, ऐसे करके clear होना चाहिए. Then specificity. So it should be detailed prompt with exact requirements. Requirements. So like paneer pizza with extra cheese, thin crust, whatever toppings you want. Specific. Context. Context means background. Adding background information to guide the AI output. To guide the chef to prepare the AI correct output, correct pizza. That means one more example is जब parents जाते हैं तो they give the background like मेरे बेटे को एलर्जी है चीज से, चीज मत डालना. Similar, like some context they'll set. Okay, like how we did capsicum, allergy capsicum se. So that is one of the example. Length is prompt should have enough words to inform, but it should not be overwhelming. Not too many instructions. So if you just say pizza, it is also not good enough, and too long, like story behind why the friends are vegetarian, why we are non-vegetarian, why the capsicum is allergic, क्या हुआ था उसके साथ बचपन में, वो सभी देने की जरूरत नहीं है. So you just have to be very specific in and have to select the right words. Okay, that is the length. So this is a summary of metrics. Now how moving on. This is again one analogy where I have just given the entire analogy of prompt engineering with a pizza order. So if you give a vague order, you will get something which you don't need. And if you give a correct order with all the specific details and length and all, so you will be, the chef will bake, the hidden layers will process the information and give you the exact output. Okay. So what are, like, moving on, there are some concepts which you need to be aware of when you are designing the prompts. What are those concepts? Like structured output, constraints, chain of thought prompting. These are some of the techniques. 0 shot, 1 shot, and few shot. We'll learn these concepts with the same analogy so that it will add a bit more clarity for you. Okay. So what is structured output? It is instructing the AI to provide the results in clear and organized format. When you say organized, the output should be in the form of a list or bullet points or in the form of a table or in the form of a downloadable documents like a Word document or a Excel or a PDF or a PowerPoint presentation. So you are telling the output, for my instruction, for my input, you give me output in this format. Okay. Like in the pizza analogy, how are we relating? Unstructured order means the chef, if you randomly give all the if the chef will give you all the toppings that are available and all in a jumbled words format, you will not understand, and it will be hard for you to decide which one you want to go for, right? But if he says that these are all the pizza orders that we have, like pizzas we have, if he gives you in a menu format, then it will be easier for you to understand, okay, these are the outputs, these are the pizzas available in the shop. So I need to choose which one I want in the structured order. So likewise, when you are giving the prompt, you want the output to be more readable format. Like it should not give paragraphs on paragraphs and paragraphs. You cannot sit and read it. So you want the entire topic to be converted into a list of like 5-10 list of items or bullet points, or in the form of a table comparison. If you are doing a comparison between the two concepts, right? So it should be in the table format. Okay. Then if you want a downloadable form of the output, like say all the output that you are giving me, put it in a Word document so that which I can download and present it. Okay, put it in a Word or PPT format, which I can download and do a presentation on it, right? So this will improve clarity, visibility, and professionalism for a prompt. Okay, that's structured output. The word output itself says it talks about the output format. Okay, and constraints. Moving on to constraints. What are constraints in prompt? Just like you give a specific instruction to the waiter, right? So you are telling the waiter that make the pizza fast and don't add too much of a cheese. Okay, so you are putting in constraints. Okay, I don't have time here. You make the pizza. Give me a pizza which is faster in preparation, and don't add more cheese. I'm allergic to cheese. Something like you are prompting, giving instructions. You putting in constraints for the desired output. You are putting in constraints, that is restrictions or conditions for the output, right? So types of constraints are categorized in terms of length, complexity, tone and style, and the format. Okay, what are the types of constraint? Length, we are telling the output should be not more than 50 words. You're putting a limit, you're putting a condition. This is my input, but the output that you are giving me should be short and it should not exceed more than 50 words, 2 sentences or 100 characters. So what AI will do, will process the input instructions and give you the output in exactly those number of words or characters or sentences matching your constraint. Okay, complexity. You are specifying the explanation should be in simple language, easy to understand, and or it should be in more professional way. You're putting the complexity. Like say for example, if I want to teach AI to a 10-year-old kid, my way of explaining the 10-year-old will be different. And if I want to give a presentation in my office in front of a higher management, I will not use the same method or way of explaining what is AI to them, because they are not 10-year-old. I need to add more professionalism, more details to it. I cannot take this presentation and go to my management and tell, okay, this is what is prompt engineering with a pizza analogy, right? I can do this with you because you are able, it will be easier for you to relate to this example as a student, because you are new to this concept. So it will be easier for you to relate. But same thing, I cannot do in my office in front of the higher managements. Correct? I should add bit more complex examples. More, because I need to give I am asking the AI to give me output matching my target audience. Correct? Or if I want to know something, then I am telling the AI to give me simplest possible examples, or simplest possible use the simplest possible language to make me understand what is AI, what is prompt engineering in a simple language. That is the complexity layer I'm defining to the AI. You try this. You try to try with this prompt, like explain prompt engineering as if you are explaining to a 10-year-old kid. Then the output what you are getting will be different. Same next time you are next time you add one more input as explain prompt engineering for a CTO of my company, Chief Technology Officer of my company. So the output what you are getting is different. It will change the complexity level. Correct? This is a constraint that I'm adding. I'm adding the constraint, and based on that constraint, it will give you the output. Tone and style. How the output should be? It should be polite, formal, or it should be having some jokes in it, or it should be informal, etc. Right? how the output should be when I'm teaching prompt engineering to a 10-year-old kid. Or for you, like for example, you are for you, I'm taking this analogy, right? This is very informal and it is having some humorous behind it, right? पिज्जा कौन से पिज्जा एग्जाम्पल देके prompt engineering कौन सिखाता है ना? So tone and style, I'm asking the AI to give me output in a polite tone, give me output in a formal tone, or give me output with some jokes in it, humorous, like or informal, etc. These are all tone and style that I am asking the AI to consider while giving the output. Format is how you want the output to be, like in the like same like metrics where we found, right? Like format, like it should be in a short paragraph format, or it should be in a bullet format. List all the 10 points, important points in prompt engineering that I should be knowing. So it will list you only 10 important points. It will not give you 9, it will not give you 11. You said 10, so it will give you 10 bullet points. So these are all constraints that I am adding. So if you don't give constraint, it will give you output in its own format, because it is not having any restrictions, right? It will give you in pages and pages. Use it and read. Okay. So these are all constraints. So why to use constraint? To get a focused answer that will meet your needs. Okay. And also to avoid overwhelming or confusing responses. If it goes on giving in pages and pages, you are already lost, right? So what are the examples? Like for example, explain machine learning briefly in 50 words. Here we are giving the length as a constraint. I want to know what is machine learning, but give it only in 50 words. Okay. And also describe AI like I am a 10-year-old. Here I am defining complexity. You tell me what is AI, but as if you are teaching to a 10-year, you are responding to a 10-year-old kid. So the response will be different. Okay. Or write an email to a client apologizing for delay in a formal tone. Okay. Now if you say formal के बजाय informal लिख दोगे, तो they will it will give you output which will make you send one more apology email just to correct your tone. Okay. And provide answers as a numbered format, numbered list format. Here I am defining format. So this is what is constraints in prompt. Clear? Understood? Yes, no, maybe?
Sure.
Okay. No doubt? Okay.
No doubt.
Okay. Now moving on to chain of thought prompting. Okay. Now moving on, the next concept is chain of thought prompting. What we are doing here, instead of giving me the output in pages and pages format, you break it down in step-by-step format. Okay. So whenever I am placing an order, you tell me what steps you carry out to derive at the output. You are telling you are instructing the AI model that you tell me what you will do. You will prepare a dough. You will spread the sauce on the dough. You will add all the toppings based on your instruction. You will add if it is there in the instructions, and you put it for baking. This is stepwise what it is doing. Okay. So that is what is chain of thought prompting. What it is? It is basically breaking down the question the smaller logical steps, and the AI will reason you or give you output in a step-by-step format. Okay. So like for example, if I give a math problem to it, it will not directly give you answer. It will give you all the steps it has taken to derive at that output. Okay. That is chain of thought. What is the chain of thought? What is that it has thought behind, or what is that algorithm that is running behind it to derive at that output? So it will give you in a understandable language format, one by one. So it all like whenever you are sending a prompt, you just have to add, let's think step by step. Then it will start giving you step by step the answers leading to that exact output. Okay. So that is chain of thought prompting. So now moving on, what is zero shot, one shot, and few shot prompting technique? Zero shot, no examples. One shot, one example. Few shot, multiple examples, more than one example you are giving. Like in the same, using the pizza analogy, if you are just asking for a pizza without any guidance to the chef or waiter, like what kind of pizza you want, then he will do his own guesswork and prepare pizza which you might or might not like. You are not giving it any example. How you want your pizza to look like. You are not giving any example, right? So he will do his own job with his own guesswork and give you what is he'll give you the output which you might or might not like, right? One shot is you are giving one example. देखो भैया, मुझे इस फोटो में जो पिज्जा है ना, ऐसे ही एग्जैक्ट पिज्जा चाहिए. ओके, then the AI will, chef, the hidden layer will take that picture as an example and it will prepare the exact pizza same as in the picture. Correct? What is multiple examples? Multiple examples you are giving. देखो भैया, ये मेन्यू में ये सारे पिक्चर्स हैं जो मैंने डाउनलोड करके लाया है. एक ऐसे दिखता है, एक ऐसे दिखता है, एक ऐसे दिखता है. तुम इन सारों का मिक्स करके एक बढ़िया पिज्जा बनाना. ओके, यू आर शोइंग सेवरल पिक्चर्स और एग्जांपल्स टू द एआई मॉडल टू गेट यू द परफेक्ट पिज्जा दैट यू वांट. इसमें क्या है, सिर्फ टोमेटो डाला है तो सिर्फ टोमेटो डाल के दे देगा. इसमें क्या है, टोमेटो भी है, सारे टॉपिंग्स भी हैं इस पिक्चर में, सारा जो एडिशनल टॉपिंग्स और लुक वाइज 4-5 पिक्चर्स देते हो तो he will add all these and give you a perfect pizza with a combination of all these examples. Okay, that is what is your zero shot, one shot and few shot prompting technique, where you are giving examples. Zero shot, no example. One shot, one example. Few shot, more than one example, multiple examples. All this is for what? To get the output which is more accurate and which is desired. Some example, like say if you just say write a poem about a sea. If you give instruction, write a poem about a sea, it will just give you one poem. But on the other hand, if you say here is a poem about the sky, blue vastness stretches high, whispers of clouds drift by, like this, if you give example, you will and give instruction that now write a poem about a sea in the similar style. जहाँ sky का मैंने example दिया है, using the same rhyming words हैं, our beauty of the sky it is describing, right? Like that you write a poem on sea. So it will be able to use the example and give you the poem on sea in a similar style. What about few shot? Few shot, you are giving multiple examples. Like green leaves dance with breeze, soft whispers through the trees. Second example, mountain peaks touch the sky, silent, strong, they stand as one. Some multiple examples. So you're asking, now write a poem about the ocean, matching this type. Okay. So it will be able to give you a much better poem. Okay. To summarize all this, what is prompt engineering matrix we learned? We learned about clarity. The prompt should have clear request, easy to understand. Specificity, it should have specific details. Okay. Then context, you are giving some background information. Why you are doing what you are doing, why you are giving instruction, and what is the output you are expecting. And length is exact number of words or exact details, the short details. It should not be too short, nor it should be too long. Okay. And what are the concepts that we have learned? Structured output. Structured output, the output I want in a list format, bullet format, or in a table form, tabular format, or in the form of a downloadable document, Excel, or PowerPoint presentation. Okay. And constraints, I'm controlling how the length, how many words should be there, and what is the tone you need to adapt to give me the output. Okay, all those are conditions that I'm giving. Chain of thought, give me the output in a step-by-step format. If I'm giving you math problem, my teacher has given me a homework and she wants the homework to be done in a step-by-step format. So this is the problem, give me step-by-step, in the step-by-step format, how to solve this. Okay, then it will give you step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3, do this, and final step, this is the answer. You will exactly copy the same, put it in your homework book and go to the teacher, and teacher will be very happy. That is what chain of thought. That's what students are doing right now. Now, 0, 1 and few short. It all talks about examples that you are giving. 0 is no example. 1 is one example. Few short is few examples. Okay. What are the constraints? Different constraints. And what is a 0 short, 1 short, few short example? The same analogy you can relate. So this is all about prompt engineering. Okay. What you are doing using this pizza analogy, what all things we covered, how the waiter will be able to demystify prompt engineering, like how it is able to take the instructions or the order and apply all these concepts to get you exact output. That is the exact pizza for you to enjoy party. Okay. Any doubt so far? Okay.
All clear.
Okay, fine. So next Sunday we'll be learning on, not on pizza, okay? We'll be implementing these techniques with multiple examples in your day-to-day activities, in your engineering concepts or in your job-related field. Applying these techniques on multiple other examples to see how is the output and improvise on top of it. Okay? Okay then. Thanks.